I watched a recent interview with British light heavyweight contender Anthony Yarde, and he was talking about setting goals for himself in his career. And he said that he always tries to aim higher than most people feel is realistic. Because if you aim high, you're at least going to get reasonably near to that goal. Or he feels he's at least going to get reasonably near to that goal, even if you don't achieve the actual goal. But if you aim lower, then you're going to underachieve, basically. So it's better to aim higher than is realistic rather than aiming low. That was his philosophy. So he's talked about the potential in the future of even going up to heavyweight. And people are shooting it down. Oh, you need to walk before you can run and all this kind of stuff. You need to crawl before you can walk even. But I like his attitude. I like the fact that he's this ambitious, that he's talking about big things early on. Now, it's important to do the groundwork. It's important not to get carried away. But if a fighter don't have that kind of vision for himself, vision of greatness, then he'll never achieve greatness. All the greats have this vision in their mind of the things that they want to do. And if you speak to these people before they've achieved these things, most people will say, well, this person's deluded, this fighter is let his ego get out of control, so on and so forth. So Anthony Yarde needs to totally ignore all the critics and just focus on trying to do exactly what he believes he can do. So I'm going to quote Anthony Yarde. He was talking in the wake of his fight against Robert Baranya and talking about the future. So Anthony Yarde says, "It did go completely to plan. The only thing that didn't was I said I was going to stop him with a straight right hand. I dropped him with one, but he got up and I was a bit upset from that. And that's why I was aggressive after that. All of my hard work is paying off. I don't put a time limit on anything. As I always say, everything is timing. Everyone knows that I only focus on myself. I still haven't shown anywhere near my full potential. I'm looking forward to stepping it up now. I feel good, I feel healthy, and I feel fit. I can't wait to get back under the lights on September 16th. Right now, though, all my focus is on the light heavyweight scene. A lot of boxing is to do with skills, but I've sparred a few rounds with heavyweights and I've noticed how you get tired more because of their weight. But eventually I believe I can go up to other weight divisions. Mike Tyson was my height, 6 foot, and I've got knockout power. I used to do athletics, so I know how to put on weight in the right way. And if my body is not going to go up, I will listen to my body. But equally, if my body is telling me I need to move up from light heavyweight, I will. Roy Jones Jr. actually started as a middleweight and won world titles at middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. My dreams are to unify the world light heavyweight titles like Roy Jones did, and then at cruiserweight, before then possibly the heavyweight division. So those are the words of Mr. Anthony Yarde. Very ambitious young man, and I think it's good. I have a few doubts about some of the methods used in his camp. Not necessarily the methods of Tunde Ajayi, but the methods of, all the cheerleaders. And I say that respectfully, but he seems to have a lot of cheerleaders in his camp. And I'm not sure that that's the right way, I could be wrong. Maybe it's perfectly fine, but it seems to be a lot of cheerleaders in that camp. And I prefer a fighter to have to work for that kind of adulation in his camp. I think if you don't want to give him a false sense of security. You don't want to make him feel like he's the shit before he's proved it, basically. You want to galvanize his self-belief by making him go through fire and making him work for your approval. That's what I believe. So, and at the end of the day, every fighter is different. Every fighter responds to different, mental stimulus more so than others. So there is no one-size-fits-all approach, even to the psychological side of things. But that's just my take on it. Anyway, drop your comments in the comment section below. Do you think Anthony Yarde can go as far as he wants to go? Moving up to heavyweight one day? I mean, it's been done before. And he's certainly, a big boy. Light heavyweight, he barely makes light heavyweight. So for him going up to cruiserweight, I think most people feel that's a natural progression, that he has to go up to cruiserweight sooner rather than later because he's so big. And then from there on in, to go up to heavyweight, I mean, why not? It don't mean he's going to dominate the division, but will he, like Holyfield, David Haye, etc., be able to pick up some version of a heavyweight title in the future? We'll see. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel. It's happening. I'm out.